The stone docks of Port Bray house many different shops, stores, and traders, both legal and not. One of the newest businesses to open its doors along the docks is the Reef and Scaries. Run by a small family of refugees from the village of Stillpoint, the Hackling family makes their home upstairs from the shop. The whole family was traveling when the Nether portal opened in Stillpoint. The village must have been overrun almost instantly, having no army, militia, or even an adventurers guild to find protection. The Hacklings returned from traveling to find nothing but netherrack, lava, and the remains of their friends and neighbors. Unsure if the zombie pigmen would return, Lindsay and Pog packed up their 2 children and left once again, walking quickly down the road. They journeyed the entire way to Port Bray and arrived with nothing but the clothes on their back and a few bags. Seeking sanctuary in the Church of the End, Father Chody comforted them and put them up for a few nights, while Pog went to find work. One of the church's most active congregants, Shelley Caddick, wife of Captain Anton Caddick, befriended Lindsay and helped them settle into life in Port Bray. It was her idea, and her husband vouching for them, that set up Pog running the ship, the Bearded Saber, between the eastern coral reef and Port Bray. It is one of the only known coral reef stores where one can find treasures from beneath the sea of all color variants. Although harvesting a coral reef isn't illegal, it is frowned upon by the Port Bray Dock Authority, and they are always watching closely for any excuse to close down the Hacklings. Hello everybody and welcome back to the Realm of Vasten episode 2 of season 3. I am recording this hot on the heels of episode 1 after I just got it edited. Trying to step up my editing game a little bit. Look, I don't do a ton of editing as I think is apparent to most of you folks who've been watching, but you know, I'm trying to do a little bit better. Anyway, I was asked in a few comments, I think I made it clear, but by a caption there, but I was asking a few comments last season about the music that I use, the jazz music they use in the intro, and now the outro is actually that's actually me. That's what I did my master's in. I'm a trumpet player by trade. That's sort of my day gig, is a trumpet player, and yeah, so I just thought I would include some of that. You know, also it's kind of difficult to find copyright free, royalty free music that you're not going to get dinged for on YouTube, so I thought, why not just use my own stuff? So yeah, that's my record that I did a few years ago. Anyway, the other things I want to talk about here is these texture packs changes since last season that you see here now. The pack that we're using currently right now is one that Jerm just got out to us like 10 minutes before starting this season. And he has already found a few mistakes and some things that he wants to change a little bit because it's the most very, very cutting edge version of his pack. But you can see all these changes here. Like this right here is, I think that is dirt. I think that's coarse dirt. And this is pathwalk. And then gravel is also similar. Let's go over here, maybe, perhaps. I think, oh yeah, this is gravel out here. So this is the gravel, like this darker brown. This is coarse dirt. So you can see how well it works together. You know, at first I was kind of lukewarm when I first saw it on Jerm's texture pack update video, because I'm like, wow, that's brown and not gray, even though I know it has a bunch of gray in it. But then the more I think about it, it's like, we have a ton of grays in this game, a ton of grays. If you want to make a gray road, you are not short on options, but we don't have that many different browns, and I love it. The more I walk around in this world and I see this, oh my goodness, the more it's so good. In fact, actually, if you're one of those maniacs who actually went back to season 1, first, stop, please stop. Stop. It's horrible for your health to watch my horrible videos in season 1. But if you are, you'll notice that the gravel that we had back then was actually brown in Persistence resource pack, which is what we used back then. So there are some things that we changed. Like when I did this, we didn't have the dirt slabs, and now we do. So yeah, these are cobblestone slabs. Obviously, we'll probably change that out for dirt slabs. I think it would make a lot more sense in the road. And just some other things that are going to help this area come to life, because that's a little jarring. Maybe even one cobblestone, a mixture or something, I think could work, but not just all cobblestone slabs. But I'm here because this is the first recording I've done in December. Well, outside of episode 1, you know, and that is what it is, typical episode 1 stuff. I've been cutting down trees because Ninny and I are going to be doing a whole bunch of building together, and probably not this episode, probably next episode, but I want to have materials so we don't have to go harvest. But I want to take some time here and see these beautiful models. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, see all this oak too? That's nice too. Anyway, yeah, I want to thank my patrons. I've gained several. I've gained 5 patrons just in the last couple weeks here, and I want to give them their statues, and then the higher tiers we're going to talk as the season gets rolling about sort of the higher tier rewards, which is a real lore based sort of thing. But you know, with the season just kicking off, I'm probably going to take a couple days. I just realized that I need more stone. I don't have enough stone, so let me go get some stone and I'll come back. We have some statues to build here, and I'm kind of thinking about maybe coming over here to build them now. Just, you know, it's a different season. I do want to go all around this thing, and I think if we keep going one way, it's going to look like they're all lined up that way. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to also need a crafting table, so I might as well just make that now. I'm also going to need a couple other things. I'm going to need some signs and crap like that, but we can get that in just a few moments here. So yeah, so I've been looking at all these texture packs that Jerm did so wonderfully, and just kind of wow, just like awing it at just, you know, how good they are and how much I'm going to enjoy building with them. If it's something that you are interested in, you can pick those up either on my Discord or Jerm's Discord. Generally is, and then he does do a Curse Forge page, but I'm not sure how absolutely updated it is. So I would say hit our Discords, where you can find both of us hanging out pretty frequently. Also, I asked a question at the end of last season, like the second to last episode of last season, about these things, and it just occurred to me now that I don't have what I need to do this. Yeah, I don't. Let's just make another crafting table that I can carry with me. How about that? Because I asked a question, and it's kind of an informal poll question, and yeah, I got quite a few answers, and no, I'm doing this wrong. Okay, there we go. Let's do that, and then that, and then this. Okay, cool. And the question was, should I use slabs in the back of this, like in the sort of neck area? And the answer was really resoundingly yes. Now, a couple people said I should move the head back a little bit. I don't want to do that because I want it to look like they're bowing. I tried it, and where I moved the head back, and that just looked like they're looking straight out across, and that's not the idea. The idea is that they are looking down at the ground in like reverence for the men who went through the portal and sacrificed themselves in order to save the world. So yeah, so they have to be bowing. They can't be looking across. So if that looks kind of funny to you, I'm sorry. I think that this is the best representation of this. Again, just to give credit. Unfortunately, I can't give credit who actually made the statue because it's been copied so many times that I don't know who made it first. But I did find this on a Google image search, to be completely transparent. But yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do is I got 5 statues to make here for my 5 patrons who really helped to you know, keep not just this server running, but now the new Vasten's Dimension server that's gonna be starting next week. And I'm gonna talk a whole bunch about that in coming days, not today probably, but yeah, in coming days I'll be talking a lot about it, so you'll hear all about it. But it's gonna be tied in a very interesting way, I believe, that I think you guys are going to be really into. You my YouTube buddies are going to be super into it. So hang in there and just wait a little bit longer. Oh, you know what? I don't have to do that now. If I'm going to do these slabs, to be totally honest, it still looks a little funny to me. The slabs, I'm looking from up here. I really kind of don't like it. I really kind of don't like it. I'm not. Oops. Cool, I'm glad that glitch is still there. From down here, it looks okay, but should I veto? I asked the poll, but the more I look at it, the more I really don't like it. I don't know. I mean, yes, obviously that head would fall down in real life, but I think I'm gonna veto my own poll. I hate to do it because I asked for opinions and I got them, but I hate it. I hate it. I'm really sorry. Yeah, I do though. I want to get rid of it. So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get rid of those slabs. I just don't like them. Anyway, so yeah, so that's really cool of me, I guess. But yeah, but patronage. I don't, you know, I don't talk about it very much, and the more I'm sorry when I do, because I don't want it to be about that. But there is some, you know, there's a little bit of cost in running a couple servers, and it's really nice that's basically been, at least for now, offset. So as the servers grow, maybe not, but I'm very, very, very grateful for that support, and that helps. That just helps. It just helps a lot, really. It truly does. So thank you for that. Let's make some more slabs. I'll tell you what, why don't I make these statues? Why don't I make these statues now? Because it's taking a little bit longer than I expected it to, and then I'll come back. All right, I want to get all my patrons in here today. My first one that I want to talk about is Kingdomcraft, who came in really awesome. And I'm putting today's date when I'm recording this, not the day that they officially joined me, but yeah, thank you for the gold level patronage. And I'm gonna do a master, is it command? I thought it was master command, not commander. And yeah, same date. It hasn't changed since 1 second ago, I guess. Oops. 3 and 18. Okay, cool. Another gold level patron. It's really, honestly, wow, thank you for that. That's so nice and generous. Boosterino, I've been putting them down one, I think. Boosterino, and that's 12. 3, 18. Okay, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Just two more here. Let me yeah, let's see spelling. Cool Yan, that's a tough one. Oh man, did it again. Cool Yan, there we go. Okay, 12, 3, 18. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you signing up to help me out. And lastly, but not leastly, is lowercase 6 souls. Again, thank you very much. I really can't even tell you how much it means to me to you know, have some people who just love this project so much and love what we're doing here in the creative aspect of it to actually jump in and kick in some bucks. So it's really nice, and thank you very much. Okay, that's that for here. Every month or so we're gonna come out here. Every once in a while we will, actually, because it's not just patrons, it's actually people who have influenced the world and come on to do world tours, and there are a whole bunch of those people. Some people who have built here back in season 1 and stuff. So yeah, it's like, it's a place of meaningful people to me, and that's how I want to continue with it. So, but that being said, I'm going to go back out, and I'll see you out at the Ice Kingdom, which doesn't have a name yet. We got to work that out at some point here soon. So I'll see you over there in just a minute. I kind of figure out what I need to do here, and this may be a couple boat building episodes in a row, very possibly, but what we need is, we need coral. We need a coral reef, and we need to be able to harvest it, because I was talking to Pixel Brew, who is kind of, with Joel kind of taking lead on the tree project. So Pix and Joel, you know, talking pallets and all that kind of stuff, and one of the pallets that we really want is dead coral, which is a very gray palette, and I know where there's coral reef. It is far. Thank you, Pride, for helping me track that down, because I couldn't find it. So yeah, so we know where it is, and it's very far. So as you know, typical, everything goes through Port Bray. That's kind of one of the rules of the realm, one of the few kind of steadfast rules that we have, and is that it goes through here. So and that's a player concession. Some of the people in Dimensions was asking, it's like, well, I mean, if they're not trading stuff, why would they? This is because this is survival realm. You know, I mean, we'll write a storyline behind it of why, but really it's just so you can get places and it not be really confusing if we're still playing this world in 5 years, you know, so we can have an easy way to track down where to go. So we need a boat to a coral reef. So I think I'm just going to build one. I think the boat that I can already tell, the boat that I'm talking with Ninny about working on Tuesday, the day that episode 1 comes out for you. I'm trying to build a bit of a backlog. I know that it is going to be a more intense boat because it is probably going to be sailing. And this boat is not going to be, so it should be a lot easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an outline of a boat right here, and then just kind of work it. Now I have a whole bunch of stuff here, so I can kind of get started. Right now, by the way, I'm just standing on slabs. I had whatever slabs I had left over, I just put here. I'll make this into that kind of dock later, just not now. I want to build the boat first. And I think this is a good place for a boat. I think it's far enough that the sail should probably not get in the way. But yeah, I mean, probably a fairly simple, fairly small boat, I think. Probably about the same size as that one, just so it doesn't Well, because the one over there that's going to go to Wildhaven way down the road someday is very large. So I think I want to have probably a big one there and a smaller one over here just to make sort of things balance out. But that being said, let me get to building because I don't even know why I did that because it's going to take a while. Okay, so I'll get this built and then we'll come back and we'll discuss. I'm no boat expert, as I think most of you probably know. I've only built basically the ones you see here, but you know there are some truths to building a boat that I think are fairly you know, normal, and you know I know I just wanted to come in here and sort of just show my thinking process for whatever it's worth. I'm no Lord Dakar or Dark. I'm not sure which one. I always get mixed up. At all in any way, because that dude can build some boats. I am just a humble guy who tries to kind of look at pictures on Google image search and come up with something that kind of works. So yeah, do I not have ender pearls? Yeah, oh, I have a few. Okay, cool. So okay, let me see if I can possibly peg this. It might just be safest to try to get over there. Yeah, that's the way to go. Okay. So let's take a look at the outline. I think the size is pretty good. I think this looks like it might be a little boat, you know, that would maybe go over to harvest some coral reefs and stuff like that. This is temporary, you know. We'll make a better. All this is everything's temporary, except for maybe, hopefully, the outline of the ship, maybe. So. Yeah, so this is the outline. It kind of goes narrowest in the middle, and then it kind of gets fatter in the back, and fatter just very briefly in the front, and then kind of goes to a pointy area. So let me see here. I think I went one too many. I did, yeah. So this needs to come in here. Yeah, and then we'll just make this a point. But I just wanted to come in. I didn't want to do the whole thing off camera, you know, because I know sometimes people like to see the actual placing of blocks. So yeah, I wanted to make sure I did that. And let's go out 2, in now 2. Right, and then here we'll just come out like this many. This often kind of goes away, but yeah, that's the general. That's the kind of gist of this. Let's just go up here and take a look and to see how it looks. I think it's fine. So the next step is the one that's not that much fun. It's a lot of swimming. So I'm just going to do that now. But yeah, just going to build this down into the water. I'm going to make it kind of flat for about 3 blocks and then kind of curve in after it kind of gets really close to the water and do a point. And then you're going to build up the top a little bit, or the front a little bit, and you build up the back quite a bit. And then, yeah, then you have a boat. That's pretty much it. Put a couple masts up. Probably I'll just do 2 on this guy. I was going to do 3, but I'm looking at it. It's so small. Maybe I'll actually even only do 1. Kind of like this, like a little front mast, and then a main one, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So I'm going to do a whole bunch of building now, and then I'll come back and sort of show, you know, how it is. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, we're back. We got some shipbuilding to do. My goodness, this area, every clip that you see from me is going to have a billion more things. So, like we say, we're not worrying about spoilers. It is what it is, but my goodness. My goodness. Go watch everyone's video to see what's going on in all this area. That is going to be something you're going to see on my channel probably in a couple days. Ninny and I have a project together that we're going to be working on. But yeah, I'm back here at Port Bray. Gotta work on this boat. So here's what I've done so far. And it is okay. It is okay. This is quite a few edits because building it, I was kind of talking, Jerm was on. We were kind of like shooting the breeze and, you know, whatever. And you know, I wanted to try a little bit different of a design. And I don't know if I hate it or not yet, but I wanted to just sort of attempt and see how it feels. And it's interesting, you know, like, so the boat, it's really hard to see with this water, but the boat is solid down there. But then I tried these little insets, and what I was going to do is kind of put some supports. So it's almost like rings. This pulls off a lot better in real life because this is kind of like a beaded wood in a reference picture that I found just on Google Images. So it just kind of beaded, but you know, this is like the smallest excuse me, this is like the smallest plank size that we have. So I just kind of deal with it. So I made a bunch of cyan wool. Yeah, and I'm at least gonna put up the sails because I think the sail height is at a pretty good place, height and width and stuff. So I think I'm gonna leave that. By the way, I'm trying out a different GUI size. You know, let me know if you think if it makes any difference whatsoever. But Again, this is a small boat. I wanted this boat to be fairly small because this one is so big. And I think it makes a lot of sense to have just kind of a little bit smaller one here. We're going to extend this. Don't worry. All that stuff will be dealt with in time. But I think throwing the sails up here is going to be helpful. And what I want to try is, I kind of want to try, Pride built this boat. I want to kind of try to take their sort of sail pattern. I think it's really cool, and see if I can I just want to learn it, basically. Essentially, I just want to learn that technique, and it kind of looks like the wind's kind of blowing them this way. Like that one over there, I did sails where they're attached at both slabs, and where like you would lower the slab and it would sort of come out. This one, it looks like you would like unfurl the sails. Is that unfurl the sails? So I want to give it a shot anyway and see. And then what we'll do is this boat is going to go to the coral reef so we can farm up some of that goodness, which is not too far from spawn, but far enough it'd be nice to have a boat. So yeah, okay, so I gotta roll this. So I'm just gonna do this on my own. It won't take all that long. I only have 2 stacks of cyan. I may end up needing more than that if I put 1. Yeah, so I think that should be good. And then we'll kind of drop it down. I'm gonna have to do some dirt scaffolding. We're a long way off, sadly. We're a long way off from 114 scaffolding, I fear. Still, apparently today there was a snapshot, or maybe it's tomorrow when I'm recording this, where they're bringing out some of the taiga features, which is super cool that they're doing it. But yeah, it just kind of makes me, because I'm like, oh, I want it now, but we're quite a ways away from that. So we've been writing some lore about if the area that we're building in has seasons, or if it's just always cold, if the tree just always makes that area cold. And I think there should be seasons, but they should all be cold. So like horrible winter and then kind of mild winter, you know, but I don't think there's going to be like summer. I don't feel like this area, the snow melts ever, you know. By the way, look how many people are on. Oh, there were a few more. Okay, we're down to 5. We're down to 5, but there were 7 when I logged on tonight. So really cool. People are really motivated and psyched, and you're gonna see a lot of building in a very short amount of time. I can't believe how much took place just today while I was working. So it's really cool. It's really cool. I'm so happy to see it. So I think what I'm gonna do here is, and I'll do this sort of off camera, but I think what I'm gonna do is just kind of bring some of these down different lengths, like some none, some 1, some 2, just kind of like, oh, there we go. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew it wouldn't take very long. And then I'll do the same thing with this one, and then maybe I'll come out. I'm just kind of looking at how Pride did it over here, because that looks so good. It's just kind of random. They're just kind of draped down a couple blocks, you know. So I just want to try it and see if I can maybe learn this technique of sails, because I don't have that in my bag right now, and I would like to. So yeah, you know, one of my newer friends over on my Discord about had asked about, like, well, how do you get better at building, you know, and it's like this. Like, this is how you get better at building. You sort of see a technique that you think is cool, and then you try to do it. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, then you try again, or you just follow the tutorial. Yeah, I think this is gonna work pretty well, actually. I mean, these are closer together than are those, because this is a lot smaller. But yeah, I think this is kind of cool. So yeah, let me get some work done here. I guess this I'm gonna have to either repair or make a new axe here very shortly indeed, because it's getting quite low. It's the only tool I don't mending on, because I lost it. I lost my good mending axe, sadly. Yeah, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let me get some building, and we'll come back and take a look at this beautiful ship I have here, which is not beautiful, but it is a ship, I guess. Okay, I'll be back. Yeah, I wanted to pop in here because I am really struggling with this darn boat. I don't know why. I feel like, well, I'll tell you I know why. I may be completely open. I'm sorry. I mean, I ate a couple of salsa chips like 20 minutes ago, and it still kind of caught in my throat. I'll tell you why. I was talking to Jerm about this last night. You know, I'm feeling a lot of pressure to build better than I do, because, you know, a lot of people have been checking out the world, and a world that has, you know, sort of developed over a long period of time. And I'm like, oh man, I can't build something that's really lame, or people will think that I'm really lame and all that kind of stuff. And like, yeah, I mean, I'm not really, I'm kind of making a joke about the whole thing, but I do feel a little bit of pressure to build some good stuff because I have so many, you know, new friends of the channel and new friends here playing on the server and stuff. So I'm really trying to make something that's better. But of course, the first build I do in season 3 is something I'm really terrible at, which is boats. So I don't know, you know, take from that what you will, but I'm trying to do something cool here, and I think that's going to be good. Lowering that, I think, is going to help a lot. And then I think what I'll do is I'll just raise it a little bit and maybe come out a block. You know what else I could use is I could use a friggin' way up and down here. Oops, there we go. Let's just for the sake of attempting to not have the ender pearl every time I go down to take a look or fall off the boat, one or the other. So yeah, okay. So I think what I'm going to do, let's try this. Let's try. Would it come out? I kind of think it would. You know what? I think it would. So, okay, so we're going to do this. Okay, we're going to come out like this. And we're going to come right along here. And that's going to give this just a little bit of a lift. And I hope it's going to make it a little bit more convincing of what it is supposed to look like here in this block palette. I hope so anyway. And then obviously I'll go down underneath and put a whole bunch of stairs and stuff, because you got to do that to give it some of that oomph. But this should be better. This should be better. So let's try this. We'll do this the same type of thing. And then what we're going to do, I made some fences too, so we can snag some of that. And I forget what that's called. Is it called masting? I don't know. I've never really been on a boat. You know, the one time I was ever in a boat, like one of the only times I was ever in a canoe, I went to my old trumpet teacher's cabin out in this river near Pittsburgh, and we went out in a canoe, and you know, I was a little scared being on a canoe and never having really done that a whole lot. And next thing I know, we're sailing this real little shallow river, and a freaking bear, a freaking black bear, just like walks out of the woods maybe 30 feet from us, and we're drifting. We're not like motoring down this you know, river. We're like drifting incredibly slowly. Like you could comfortably walk, no problem, right beside us, you know? Even because it's so shallow too. So yeah, so this bear comes out, scares the crap out of my mom first. So it's me and my mom and my sister, and this is like an early memory. So my sister must have been like, oh man, she must have been really young back then. So yeah, so so my mom gets really scared, and she's like, hey, we gotta get out of here. And then so of course, you know, if you're 8 or something and you see your parent getting scared, then of course I'm getting scared. So I mean, end of the story is we were totally fine. Like the bear ignored us and just went about their business, you know, catching fish or something. I don't know what they're doing, but you know, I mean, so it was totally fine. But ever since then, so what am I afraid of? It's really funny. So what am I afraid? I'm afraid of bears, right? No, I'm not afraid of bears. I'm afraid of boats for some reason. For some reason, I took that, I took that experience, and I was like, well, yeah, if we had not been in a canoe, everything would have been fine. And yeah, so I have kind of fear of boats because of a bear. I don't know why. I don't know. I should fear black bears more. That'd make a lot more sense. But okay. Anyway, how's this? How's this for okay? Already better. And yeah, I know that's a bad design and stuff. But I just want to get a good look and see of just kind of how this is all going to kind of line up. And I think we're here. I don't think this is going to happen this episode, though, because I'm kind of up against the time. So I think we're going to have to come back and work more on this next episode. I know that's kind of a drag. It's nice to see a completed build and episode, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because I need to do so much more hemming and hawing. But I tell you what I am going to do between episodes here is I'm going to expand this in the back 1 block. So instead of cut back in, I'm going to put the oak on top of the spruce, and then I'll move this layer of spruce out again, and that's going to give me a little bit nicer of a shape, I think. And I do like this. I'm going to do something with this. Maybe some what do you call this, stripped spruce logs, I kind of think, maybe as like supports and stuff as it sails. I don't know. I'm going to work on it, but I got some plans, but already this is better. So oh, you know what, the one thing I can do here before I go, because I did make the fences. Let's go ahead and throw these on, because that's going to help a lot. Just to see, you have to do that front thing. Again, I don't know anything about ships. I know nothing about ships at all, but I'm pretty sure you have to do this. So let's see here. Up. Okay, we'll go like that. Out. Okay, there we go. And just kind of, oh man, I can't do anything. Go there. Yeah, something along these lines. I think that's going to be a lot better. We'll just bring this down to here. Yep, just like this. Okay. And is it going to be in a good place? I think so. Maybe something like that. Yeah, I think that kind of works. Cool. All right. Anyway, that's it for me for today. I will see you tomorrow with another Vasten episode if things go as planned. But we'll try to continue. We'll try to finish this boat. We'll finish this boat tomorrow. This little boat in port already. It looks. Oh my goodness! It looks so much better. Yeah, we'll try to finish this boat tomorrow, and then get on with some builds. I got some group stuff that's on its way. We're just not quite there yet. Our schedules aren't lining up exactly, but we are going to be recording a whole bunch of group stuff that you're going to, I think, really enjoy. It's going to be a lot of fun hanging out with my friends. Look at those sails. Pretty okay, right? Draping down instead of being even. See the other ones I did over here. I know. I signed off and then I'm like, yeah, but look at this. See how even those are? Like, see that one over there? It's really even. And this, I think that's way better. Might even be better with a second color of wool, but you know, for right now, it's okay. Cool. Anyway, that's it. That's it. I gotta go. Okay, bye. I love you all. See you next time. Subscribe to my friends. Say hello. Drop lights. Do all that kind of stuff, right? Okay, bye.